So this is maybe one of the most kind of assured debut films I've seen in a long time. You can tell from the moment it starts that Charlotte knows exactly what story she wants to tell. Just how exciting a filmmaker are we dealing with here?
I think we're dealing with a director that's going to be here for a long time and making work that is like amazing, A level. Yeah, I'm not surprised that it's getting the response because we got to work with her on a daily basis. But I'm just so thrilled for her because I think it's everything that she deserves.
Yeah, because I mean, Paul, this film is exceptional, but you're also working with sort of Andrew Scott on Andrew Hay films. These are great choices, great projects, great roles. I just wonder what you look for in a good story. What makes you go, right, this is going to be something I'm going to take on?
Something that's like a good read, something that like moves you in a way that you hope it will move an audience in the final cut, you know. And I felt the same way about Strangers as I did when I read Aftersun. It was kind of one of those that left me feeling very like full and empty at the same time. So yeah.
Frankie, can you tell us a little bit about being kind of cast? Do you remember that audition you first did, and was it quite scary, that whole experience?
The first audition was like, so it started like basically one of those photos, except it obviously didn't say it didn't say any of that, but it was something like that, and it was just looking for anyone basically. So my mum sent a photo of me in, and then they came back to me and they kept asking for like more photos and videos and stuff like that, until I got to go to Glasgow for an audition. That one was kind of scary, but I was mostly just excited, so. And then went home, came back the next day for another audition in Glasgow, and then I got the part. And then I got to be in Aftersun.
Yeah. Has the experience been like festivals, red carpets? It must have been quite surreal. I remember once I scored an important goal when I was about 10 years old in a football game at school. And I went to school the next week, like I was like walking around like a celebrity. You've been to like Cannes, walking around on red carpets. How is it kind of going through that and also just balancing kind of normal life with all your friends at school and stuff?
Going through that, it's crazy and exciting. And yeah, definitely like crazy. And yeah, balancing I can't remember the word.
Balancing your work life and regular life.
That's it. It's kind of easy, actually. I just go away, have the best time ever, come back, and then go to school.
I mean, you two had to create such a close bond on screen, so full of love in the way that a kind of father and daughter do. How has it been kind of post-shoot? Because I guess you have to form that close bond, and then it's like, right, see you later, and you often go and do your own things. Have you had to sort of keep in touch? It must be quite tricky.
Sad. Yeah, Paul misses me so much.
Yeah, many sleepless nights. But that's always the hardest part about a job, I find, is this is kind of specific as well because it was just the two of us essentially. Like Frankie was my only scene partner in this, and Charlie, and then you go away from each other. But it's been nice that the kind of promotional period for the film has been pretty extensive, and we've got to see each other, and we FaceTime from time to time.
And you extremely enjoy that?
Yeah, I do. I extremely enjoy that.
Make sure to add that in, Paul.
Yeah, add that in.
And were you guys shooting on? Was it location in Turkey?
Yeah.
So what was the best thing you ate? Because I know the food there's great. There must have been one meal that stands out.
I loved the gelato.
Yeah. I had to put on like a little bit of like dad bod situation, so I was eating like buffet lasagnas and stuff. So yeah, it was like
And I mean, as I mentioned when I sort of first came in, it is a very emotional film. I can remember when I sort of went to the cinema, you could hear people behind me clearly sort of doing that, but because it has got that kind of emotional punch. Can you guys get emotionally involved watching it, or is it a bit too close when you're in it to kind of have that relationship with the characters and story? Can you still get taken away in the same way that an audience does?
Yes.
Yeah. The first time in Cannes that we saw it together, we were sat beside each other. It's like it's an intense experience.
We were the people you would be able to hear going.
Yeah. That was us. Yeah.
That was us.
Yeah.
And how is it seeing yourself on the big? I mean, you're getting a bit more used to it now, but how is it seeing yourself on the big screen in a room full of people?
Crazy. Like mental. Yeah, it's so weird, but obviously not in a bad way. Like.
Do you find it easier the more that you see the film?
I guess, kind of. Depends who I'm with.
Yeah, exactly.
How is it a second time? Does the film hold up?
I think so.
Yeah, good. Yeah. I'm watching it again very soon. Cheers. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys! Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey